had all the music, but I don't.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Mr. Jew, this door is open to you.
All right, everybody, let's stand up for our opening song. To thee, all is well when we are together. Here we go.
Coming together to celebrate life, shining like stars in a brilliant night sky, here for each other in joy and pain. Grateful for this family, spiritual community. The love we share is sunshine after rain. All is well when we are together, greater, stronger. All is well. All is well when we are together, deeper, kinder. All is well. Oh, oh, when we're together, it feels like home. Kindred spirits never alone. Let's join voices and sing our song. Music is the food of love. At this table is more than enough. In this moment, take a breath and sing along. All is well when we are together, greater, stronger. All is well. All is well when we are together, deeper, kinder. All is well. All is well when we are together, greater, stronger. All is well. All is well when we are together, deeper, kinder. All is well. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Unity Renaissance, we're sending you all warm blessings on this very chilly morning. We have a nice group of thrill seekers here, that have dared the cold to get on out. We're glad you're here, as well as our international audience who are tuning into our live stream today. Welcome, one and all. By the way, if you're on our live stream and you're on Facebook Live, please tune in, go to the chat box, tell us who you are and where you're listening from. We always love to know that. So have a good time watching us this morning. You guys are going to have a better time with the energy live in this room. So I'm Reverend Richard McDeesey. Usually I'm there or over there. Because of treacherous roads this morning, I am also pulling double duty as your ministerial host this morning. And Reverend Paula is in the car driving home from Charleston, South Carolina as I speak, after spending 8 days, seriously, literally, with no other human contact than a beautiful, adorable 4.5-year-old girl. So I don't know what to expect from her, but I'm going to have some sushi, some Kansas City Chiefs football, and maybe an adult beverage ready for her to welcome her back into the adult world. So, okay. This morning, we're very honored to have a guest speaker with us, someone who needs no introduction. The Honorable Reverend Margaret Jenkins is going to lay it down for us this morning. Margaret's a member of our board here, Board of Trustees at Unity Renaissance, one of our favorite speakers. We're always so honored to have you, Margaret. Thank you for being here, too. So what does Paula usually say here? Oh, yes. Unity is positive, practical, progressive Christianity. And we follow the example and the teachings of our way shower, Jesus, by learning to love more fully our God, ourselves, and one another. And from this consciousness of love and acceptance that Jesus so beautifully exemplified here at Unity Renaissance, we honor all paths to God, all names for God, and all expressions of God. And as Reverend Paula loves to remind you guys every week, each one of you is an expression of God. Each one of you out there is an expression of God. In fact, any human being you can think of is an expression of God. And that is the one great truth that binds us together, the one thing we all have in common, the one thing that connects us, why we call ourselves unity. So our vision statement, we're going to start with that. Let's say that together, please. A spiritually awakened world living in peace, love, and joy. And we manifest that vision through our mission statement, which is short and sweet together. We transform lives, we transform the world. Let's begin our time of transformation this morning in prayer. So get comfortable in your seats, take a deep cleansing breath. When we take a deep breath together, it brings all of our attentions into this moment, into this sanctuary right now, to where we can feel the vibration of each other, the oneness that we share together. And from this place of oneness, we just feel gratitude. We send that up into the ethers. Today is the day that the Lord hath made. It is as wondrous as a sunny, bright spring day. It is a beautiful day, and it is filled with all the blessings of any day that the Lord hath made. So we move forward today with great expectations of blessings as we seek out those blessings, knowing that they are everywhere, at least 100 ways today that we can be blessed. With this knowledge, we give thanks for this place, for this service, and for one another. And we declare that it is so by saying, and so it is. Together, let's say it, and so it is. Good. Now let's stand for our second congregational song. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, so that you can love you so much, you can start loving me. 2, 3, 4. Don't worry, we'll show you how it goes.
You can start loving me. the time, in the spirit of love and harmony and community, we turn and greet our neighbors, not the ones you see every day. I want you to greet the ones that you see once a week, every 2 weeks, every month, some you've never seen before, and let them know that you are glad and happy that they're here. And we can do that by repeating the divinity salute with me, please, everybody. The divine in me greets the divine in you, and we serve and celebrate together for the glory of God.
I love myself so much that I can love you so much, so much that you can love you so much, so much that you can start loving me.
I love myself so much.
I love myself so much that I can love you so much, so much that you can love you so much, so much that you can start loving me.
All right, one more time by ourselves. Ready?
I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me.
Woo! Love yourself. Give yourselves a hand. Way to go.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance here and out there on the live stream. So good to be with you this morning. My name is Lisa Smith, and I am your platform host for today. I'll be reading the daily word. Our word for today is 3 words: pray for others. And our affirmation is up here. If you can join me in our affirmation today together. I am praying for you. Just hearing the words, I am praying for you, helps me relax into the calm strength of a trusted friend's faith. Reassured, I feel my own faith growing stronger. My friend may be next to me or calling from far away. The power of prayer is undiminished by distance. Grateful for the gift of others' prayers for me, I welcome every opportunity to pray for anyone who asks. Having heard the prayer need, I let go of concern. In faith, I hold the Christ presence within the one for whom I pray. Knowing the truth of another's wholeness, I release any thoughts of illness. I affirm divine wisdom guiding decisions and divine strength relieving any weaknesses. I feel the warmth of God's love bringing peace and restoring hope to those I hold in prayer. Our scripture verse is from 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 2. We always give thanks to God for all of you and mention you in our prayers. Speaking of prayer, if you would like prayer support, we have prayer chaplains available by phone, and you may fill out a prayer request form in the narthex and slip it in the box, or submit a prayer request on our website, and someone will follow up with a phone call in the coming week. Or if you wish, you may call Unity's prayer ministry line at 1-800-NOW-PRAY, which is 1-800-669-7729. And now, please all rise and join us in the Lord's Psalm.
Holy Creator, we praise your name, your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us
thy name.
In heaven and earth the same.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we have forgiven our debtors.
Lead us away.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. Amen. Please be seated. Every morning, the light keeps getting brighter as I wake up to the truth. Every day, I'm feeling so much lighter, and the world seems fresh and new. What I was taught and the way that I thought stopped serving me long ago. Now I'm learning to trust in the God in all of us. Each day I start anew, and so I'm walking away from the thinking held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I'd walk away. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I'd walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day I'd walk away. Every day I'd walk away. Every morning brings a new beginning. By grace, another day to be. I awaken to the sun upon me shining, lighting the way for me to see. All things that I sought and the way that I thought stopped serving me long ago. Now I'm learning to trust in the God in all of us. Of yesterday I'm letting go. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I'd walk away. the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I'd walk away. I'm walking away from the less than that held me for so long. Today is the day I'd walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day I'd walk away. Every day I'd walk away. Today is the day I walk away.
Boyd Black, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Black Boyd.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brother Boyd, and our music team. Excellent. The perfect song with the perfect words to match up with my message today. Good morning again, and welcome to Unity Renaissance. I am too excited to be here today. This is a new month, a new year, a new day, a new week. Just lots of exciting things are going on in the world today. So, my question to you is, what are you gonna do in 22? I was listening to one of the television announcers when they were talking about people making New Year's resolutions, and she says, well, I'm keeping mine to myself, but I'm gonna ask you, what are you gonna do in 22? So I thought about it. Where are we today, right here, right now, in the month of January, with our lives? Are we happy with where they are? I want to talk about two terms that are used, breakdown and breakthrough, and ask you, if you take a look at where you are right now in consciousness, where are you? Are you in a breakdown state, or are you in a breakthrough state? Let me share a definition of breakdown. Breakdown can be wearing out, sudden loss of ability to function efficiently, a loss of mental or physical health, a collapse, or perhaps a nervous breakdown. So let me give you a definition of breakthrough. A breakthrough can be defined as advances all the way through and beyond an enemy's defensive, if you're talking about military terms, or it can be an act or instance of removing or surpassing an obstruction or restriction, overcoming a stalemate. And last but not least, another definition is any significant or sudden advanced development, achievement, or increase in knowledge that removes a barrier to progress. Again, an increase in knowledge that removes a barrier to progress. And that's what I'd like to share today. A little knowledge, a little insight as to some tools that you can use perhaps to allow you to come out of a breakdown state and move to a breakthrough space. What's some of the signs of a breakdown? If someone's in that state of consciousness, what does it look like? Well, one of the signs is depression. You find a lot of people, especially with this COVID and everything that's going on, people homebound, can't get out, people have lost their jobs. They're in a state of depression. They're feeling hopeless. They're feeling helpless. Sometimes it even affects the personality to the point where they can be bitter, sometimes confrontational, sometimes fault-finding, nitpicking with a lot of different situations in their life. They can also be withdrawn, want to just stay home, sleep a lot, not be around people, and not trusting is another factor that is associated with the breakdown. Or perhaps you've been stuck in a relationship 10, 15 years, and you're miserable, but you say to yourself, oh, it's going to get better. Things are going to get better. But one of the things we learn as we mature spiritually is you can't change another person. You can't make a person be what you want or need them to be. The only thing you can change is yourself, your perspective on the situation, how you look at the relationship, what's valuable to you. You know, when we were younger, we were taught that it was selfish to put yourself first. You're never supposed to do that. Everybody else is supposed to go in front of you. But as we learn spiritual principles, we learn that's not true. Because you have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. Like the song Richard played this morning about learning to love yourself enough so you can love someone else. But until you love yourself, you can't. So we've learned, as the song says, to walk away from beliefs that no longer serve us. And so we know today we got to learn to love ourselves first, and then everything else will fall into line. Or perhaps you are 35, 40, 50, 60 years old, but you are still complaining and always talking about what happened in your childhood. How mean your dad was, how bad your mom was, how your siblings did this and did that. If you are in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, and you're still complaining about the things that happened in your childhood with your parents, may I suggest you seek help. You see a therapist, a counselor, a life coach, someone to help you make a breakthrough. Here at Unity, we have several therapists, counselors, or if you don't even want to use anybody in our community, if you go through the phone book, by word of mouth, there's plenty of therapists and counselors out there to help you break through to get to your next stage so that you can live a happy life. Because you learn as you mature, it's not the tangible things that really matter in life. It's the intangible, the love, the peace of mind, the security, all of these things, friendship, family, love, those are the things that really matter. And if you're in a breakdown state of mind, you don't have those things. So I would like to encourage you to move to a breakthrough state. So let's talk about what a breakthrough looks like. A breakthrough is when you have been in a situation and you felt smothered, you felt overwhelmed, you felt you couldn't see the light, but then you started reading, you started talking, you started seeking help, and then what happens? A breakthrough happens. And that's the exact thing that happened to me when I left the cult. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know that the things I had learned that no longer served me needed to be replaced with things that would serve me. So for 12 years, I never went to a spiritual, to a church, to any organization. I just read, I studied, I got principles. And what happened? I was able to have a breakthrough. And since I've had that breakthrough, I've never looked back. And being here at Unity has really been the icing on the cake, as I've said many times before. Because if you don't learn here at Unity, if you can't change your life to live better than what you are, then you're in the wrong place. Because this place, if you are open, you can grow, you can learn. We have love, we have family here. We're like family here. A couple of steps that you can use too to raise your vibration, to have a breakthrough. We know that everything is vibration, everything in the universe. So one of the things you can do is always look up. You notice if you see homeless people or people who are depressed, they always got their head down. They're walking like this. Looking down, the vibration is low. So what we want to do is always look up and know that as we look up, we have help. We have people. We have the Holy Spirit. We have lots of therapists. We have lots of counselors, lots of people that can help us get to a breakthrough. So seek out a health professional, a counselor, a life coach, a psychiatrist, whatever is best for you to help you with your breakthrough. Another thing, it may seem simple, but it's really important. Get a lot of fresh air and sunshine. Because people who are depressed, if you notice, they want to stay in. They want the rooms dark. They want to sleep. They don't want to engage. So get plenty of fresh air and sunshine. Another thing, find a hobby. Find something to do that will replace the negative habits that you have developed to get out of the breakdown and move into a breakthrough. And I've shared this many times before, reprogram your mind by using tapes. There's a million YouTube videos. There's books, there's conferences, there are workshops. We're always having something going on here at Unity. As you'll find out today with our announcements, we have several workshops coming up pretty soon, next month, as a matter of fact. Another good habit to develop is watching what we eat. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to be vegan, vegetarian, take keto diet, whatever. But what I'm sharing is one of the things that all dietitians agree with is carbs and sugars. Excessive use of those are not good for us. So if we want to be aware of how many carbs and how much sugar we're putting into our bodies. Because for some people, we've learned it causes them excessive sugar to be depressed. So let's be mindful of what we're putting into our bodies. Reverend Paula had talked to us recently about meditation. One of the things we can do is start a daily routine. Let's do prayer. Let's do meditation. Let's listen to some encouraging music, whatever works for you. And find an organization, a spiritual community that you can associate with. It doesn't have to be Unity, even though I would recommend it 100%. But find some place that you can go to get the spiritual food that you need to help you to grow and to leave that state of a breakdown and come to a breakthrough. I'd like to share with you a very positive experience, an awesome experience that will show you what a breakthrough looks like. And it is one that we all got to witness here firsthand. In 2019, about three and a half years ago, we had a young lady who's a member here of Unity Renaissance. She was working 7 days a week, as hard as she could. Her and her partner decided, you know what? We work all the time. Let's take a break here. So her partner, business partner that is, decided, let's get on the bike. It's a beautiful day, and let's go for a ride down to the Outer Banks and just relax for a little while and have lunch. And so that's what they did. They got on the motorcycle, went to the Outer Banks, had a wonderful lunch. But on their way back home, a mile from where her business partner lived, there was a very tragic accident that happened. The partner and our member were critically hurt. They had to go to the hospital. The situation was really grave. They had to have multiple surgeries, the business partner and our beloved Unity Renaissance member. And it's been really interesting because Reverend Paula has interviewed her and she shared with us. And even as individuals, a lot of us have gone up to her and said, wow, we're so proud of you. You did a great job. Look where you are. And so one day I asked her, I said, did you ever have any doubts that you would make it? When you were laying there on that ground, not knowing where you were, what was going to happen. And she replied, I never, ever had any doubts that I would survive. That's what faith looks like. There was a minister in California who had a huge church. It was called the Faith Dome. And he would always share every single Sunday, we walk by faith and not by sight. And I used to listen to his programs every single Sunday until I really got the gist of what that meant to walk by faith and not by sight. And that's what this member of Unity Renaissance did. She didn't go by what the situation looked like. She didn't know what the outcome would be, but all she knew was she would survive and she would be okay, and that everything was in divine order. Many of you know who I'm talking about. It's the beautiful, the amazing, the encouraging, the inspirational Amber McCullough. Yes. So when you see her, you have a living example walking among you of what it looks like to walk by faith and not by sight. You have a living example of what it means to be in a breakdown situation and to come all the way up to a breakthrough. And it definitely takes faith to get to a breakthrough. So I ask you, what area of your life, right here, right now, today, do you need a breakthrough in? Do you believe it's possible? Can we dedicate ourselves this year to walk by faith and not by sight? I believe we can. If we stick with each other, if we encourage each other, when you see someone that's down, give them a smile. Say an encouraging word, whatever you can do to help them leave the state of consciousness that's broken down so that they can get a breakthrough. And now, if you will, we will do a short meditation. If you feel comfortable, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Take another deep breath and exhale. Let's focus on one area of your life that you choose to change this year. Just one. And in your mind's eye, see it as already done. Feel how wonderful, how magic it's gonna be, knowing that it's already done. Give thanks and express gratitude for the blessing of it already being done. Keep affirming, it is so. it is so. It is so. And if you feel comfortable, put your hand over your heart and know that in 2022, you and I will do amazing things. We will walk by faith and not by sight, and know that everything in our life is in divine order. We are divinely loved. We are divinely protected. And so we say thank you, sweet Spirit. Thank you. Thank you.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
And I think we can give Margaret a more fitting thank you. Thank you, Margaret. I love that talk. Such simple and powerful language. Thank you for that message this morning. It's now time for our love offering, and time to remind you that the money, the gift you give to this church doesn't just go to pay the bills or the staff salaries around here. It reaches out into the community. Our board of trustees picks local businesses and charities to tithe to each month. So know that whatever gift you give is going beyond these walls out to serve the community in which you live as well. So we have many ways to do that. If you're here, you can drop your offering in the basket in the back. You can also pay by credit card on our Unity Renaissance app, a very handy app to have. In fact, we were able to notify folks that we're still having church on your app. There'll be push notices that'll come up in weather like this, so it's really handy to have, and you can also donate on that. And by credit card on our website. But the easiest way to donate is through the Tithely app by texting GIVE to the number
540-418-1228. Text now.
Text now.
I saw some jazz hands out there.
I saw some jazz hands. Got to have the jazz hands. All right, so let's speak together. Our offertory blessing, please, as you hold your gift in your hand or your phone in your hand, as the case may be. Ready? Together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Thank you, God. Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Press down, shaken together, running over. Back in good measure, it's given back to you.
Well, here's Lily to sing the greatest song about loving yourself, the greatest love of all.
I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are future. Teach them well, let men lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength in love.
Lily Scott, show her some love, everybody. Thank you, Lily. Okay. Wow. Great job. Great job, all you guys. It's an honor to work with this awesome team. I just love it. You make my job so easy. Thank you. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Richard.
It's time to welcome our newcomers. Do we have any first, second, or third timers here today that braved the weather? There's two back there. Oh, no, that's just Tyler. All right. No new folks? Okay, old timers. Great. We can be ourselves.
We have some new people that are no longer new timers because they've been here for more than 3 times. So
Who's
I
the
see
fourth time?
See some new
Yeah.
faces. Yeah, welcome.
Maybe we can get a fourth timer bag for you guys together.
Your family now. Oh, awesome. So we have, like Margaret said, we have a lot of things coming up for you to enjoy, a lot of workshops. One is coming up next Saturday. We have the pleasure of learning about affirmative prayer, which is the type of prayer that we use in Unity. And we have Reverend Linda Martella Whitsitt from Unity, or Silent Unity, who will be coming to us through Zoom to teach the intro to affirmative prayer next Saturday at 1 p.m. And she is the vice president of Silent Unity and one of the foremost leaders in a prayer in Unity. So it's going to be a really special treat. It's a $20 suggested love offering, but of course, as always, no one will be turned away, so we want you to be there. And you can sign up for that either on the hall wall or on our website, or now with our app. You can also sign up for our workshops on our app.
So handy. Yeah, Linda wrote the book on affirmative prayer. That's called How to Pray Without Talking to God. Beautiful book. All right, next week we have our upcoming board elections, and we have 3 awesome candidates: Gail Boynton, Adrian Diggs, and Sheila Kilman. Thank you. Whew. I could see their faces, but the pressure. So 2 of the 3 board openings, these are 3 board members going for 2 of the 3 board openings. So we invite you to really give this some thought, check out their profiles in the lobby, and if you come back next Sunday, big Sunday next week, if you're a member here at Unity Renaissance, you'll be able to vote for our 2 new board members. That's coming up next week.
Another workshop we have coming up also through Zoom is the Search for Common Ground, based on the book by Howard Thurman, learning about community. What is community and how to develop greater community? And so that will be 4 Wednesdays starting February. I think it's February 2nd. It will be the first Saturday. And that is also $20. There's no time on there. We usually start around 7 for those things. Oh, sorry, Wednesday. Yeah, right. Yeah, Wednesdays. And so that is the 2nd. And again, $20 suggested love offering. You can sign up Hall Wall or the app or website.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that class, Donna. Thank you for
That sounds
putting
really
it on.
good.
And Paula and I are finally coming together to do a workshop together. We thought the 5 love languages would be a great book for us to do as a couple, even though it's not just for couples. We all have a language in which we express love, and a language in which, when we receive, we feel loved. And it could be different. If you're with a partner and you speak different love languages, you might be just crossing, like ships in the night, crossing each other. This workshop's about to help you find what your own love language is, what your needs are to feel love or to have your love tank filled up, and also to find out what the love language of your partner, your friends, your children in your life are, so that you can speak their love language and show them how much you love them so they get it. So that's coming up on a Saturday, a 2-hour workshop on Saturday. We're going to charge $30 per person. If you bring a friend or a couple, it's $50. Sign up on the hall wall or on our app and website. That's Saturday, February 5th.
All right. And on the first Friday of each month, we have our Higher Consciousness film series. So this coming, this first Friday, February 4th, I believe it is One Night in Miami. And this is a fictional account of the conversations that they're thinking happened in this actual meeting of icons Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown, and their roles in the civil rights movement and the civil unrest of the 60s. And we actually have a film trailer, right, queued up to do that, so let's look at that.
Ready for tonight? I'm as ready as a person can be. After the fight, we're all coming back here for the champ's victory party. Don't be late.
Minister Malcolm X. Good news, the chariot is coming.
You know I'm the greatest. That's right.
Jim Brown takes the ball.
Your record is gonna stand the test of time.
How's everybody feeling tonight?
All together, yeah.
New heavyweight champion of the world.
Say, champ, you don't suppose you could sign an autograph?
Yeah, of course, man. Give him an autograph, Jim.
Actually, Mr. Cook.
Oh, sure thing, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's the sound.
Don't you think it's about time to party?
Tonight is a chance for us to reflect.
You mean no one else is coming? Well, this is off to a hopping start.
You all are a bright and shining future. You need to understand what is at stake here.
Everything's not so black and white like you make it out to be.
But we are fighting for our lives.
You know I know what's going on out there, right?
Listen, listen. Brothers and sisters, listen, listen, listen.
Miami, the champ!
I swear we'll never find a way to where we're going all alone.
The goal is for us to really be free.
When you hear the bells ring out,
We want a world
speak now,
where we're safe to be ourselves.
speak now. I told him. Can you hear the angels cry out?
To think like we want.
Speak now,
Without having to answer to anybody for it.
speak now.
We have to be there for each other.
Who's the greatest?
You brothers could move mountains without lifting a finger.
It's a great movie.
That looks awesome. And so please join us for that. That will be again February 4th and 7 p.m. And we'll have popcorn for you. Reverend Richard cooks up the popcorn in our popcorn maker. And we have some discussion afterwards to, our impressions of the film. So, yeah.
I love that movie, based on a true story. She
Looks
thought,
really
what
good.
would it be like to be a fly on the wall in that room? And she just created some beautiful commentary for that. So next Sunday, big Sunday, plan to come, plan to stay, because after church, it's our celebration Sunday. We're going to celebrate the successful, amazingly successful completion of our Turning Point campaign. We're going to dedicate our fellowship hall to our founding minister, Judy Meyer, and after service, there'll be lunch available to purchase and cake for the celebration. And then, of course, right after that is our annual meeting where we're going to elect 2 new board members. So big Sunday next week, whether you're a member or not, stick around, see how this church works, do some fellowship, get you some cake.
Right. Yes. Thank you. And our own Reverend Paula will be returning next Sunday to give her talk entitled Unity, the Uncult. That sounds really interesting. So join us for that. Our youth ed is still on hiatus. We will be examining what's happening at the beginning of February to see when we can have the children return. So with that, let's all stand and share in the peace prayer together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in
then you can start loving me.
One more time, we say
I love myself so much